On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a trolley at the brewery. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 hockey gloves and a trolley at the brewery. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, everybody, 5 chicken riggies, 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 snowstorms coming, 5 chicken riggies, 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 children skiing, 6 storms are coming, 5 chicken riggies, 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 train cars trucking, 7 children skiing, 6 storms are coming, 5 chicken riggies, 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 train cars chugging, 7 children skiing, 6 storms is coming, 5 chicken riggies, 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords are drinking, 9 ladies dancing, 8 trains are chugging, 7 children skiing, 6 5 chicken riggies. I'm still fucking going. 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 cannolis singing, 10 lords are drinking, 9 ladies dancing, 8 trains are chugging, 7 children skiing, 6 storms are coming, 5 chicken riggies, 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 tomato pies, 11 cannolis singing, 10 lords are drinking, 9 ladies dancing, 8 trains cars chugging, 7 chicken screaming, 6 snowstorms coming, 5 chicken riggies, 4 turkey joints, 3 Italian cookies, 2 hockey gloves, and a trolley at the brewery.
Yeah.
Justin Smithson, ladies and gentlemen.
And how you feeling about that after 3 years later?
I still have no idea. I have no idea how that happened, or I don't even remember making it.
No, you don't remember. I think because we were pounding the UCs that day. Yeah, Uncle Charlie.
Lots of it.
Yeah, he definitely came into a factor that day. That's for damn sure. We had a good time.
And that was not planned. I mean, I got to say that was
Neither
not
was
planned.
me playing the video today either. That's why I was
True.
just completely black.
Yeah, right?
But I love it, man. And it's cool that we can go back in time like that. And,
Definitely.
And share a great moment. And that's going to be played on this podcast probably every holiday season from here on out. So.
I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize ahead of time.
The 12 Days of Utica Christmas performed by the one and only Justin Smithson. It's Local Music Monday. What's happening, everybody? Hope you're enjoying your Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Before we get into anything, much love to the sponsors, EJA Moving Services. If not for our sponsors, this podcast isn't possible. So thank you so much to EJA. They'll pretty much move you wherever the hell you need to go. They'll even drive your car wherever the hell it needs to go. They're logistics guy. They're very reputable. They're respectful young men. They say ma'am and sir and wear braces and masks. They're just super cool people, man.
Professional.
So give them a call today at 315-516. I'm off to a great start today.
DJA Moving.
There you go. Let me hear-
Professionals.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I got to do a commercial for that.
You
That'd
do.
be
You
great.
need to do voiceovers.
Yeah. Oh, I could do it in a heartbeat. Let me know. I'm in.
That's why you're on the
I'm
show.
in.
It's those magical pipes.
Somebody fucking pay me. That's all I care about. I'm
Hopefully
hurting
we'll
right
get
now.
there soon.
I know, right?
Also, much love to my attorney, Dave Longaretta. If you need legal advice, give him a call, 315-735-6162. Yes, Mr. Smithson?
Dave Longaretta. He even gets Z out of jail.
He's on a roll today. I love it.
You are.
If you need legal advice, call Dave today at 735-6162. Also, shout out to Utica Coffee. We're drinking the Adirondack Roast today. Thank you to Heather and Frank. And also, we're drinking some seltzers today by Saranac. So, well, you're drinking Utica Club.
I love Uncle Charlie.
Yeah, me too.
So good.
Me too. Was that the beer you were stealing from your dad when you were a kid?
Yeah, I mean,
your drunk uncle or something.
Well, the funny thing is, like, the first beer I ever tried was Genesee Cream Ale.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
Jenny Screamers.
Yeah, well, the problem was, though, is that I thought I was slick, you know, and I was really young, and I took a Jenny Cream Ale out of the cooler when nobody was looking, right? And we used to have this big, like, 60s Lincoln with the suicide doors was just hanging out in the yard.
Oh, yeah,
And, you know what
those cars, yeah.
Oh, my God. So it was my great-grandfather's. It was an amazing car. It had air conditioning. It had 1960-something Lincoln. It had power windows. In like I mean, I never knew that existed, you know. So I take this Jenny Screamer and I stick it behind the wheel, right? Middle of summer, hot days, you know, whatever. Goes through the winter, comes back to the spring, into the summer, and I'm like, I still have a beer behind there. I wonder what it tastes like. I never tried a beer in my life. Crack it open, it didn't even do that. Just. I took a sip. I went, whoa! I puked all over the place. It was horrible. I'm like, how can anybody drink this? Needless to say, it sat for a year and a half. Cold, hot. It was horrible.
But now you love it.
Well, yeah. I mean, then I tried this. I mean, come on.
Changed your life.
It changed my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Upstate New York produces some really good beer.
Upstate New York
Think
produces a
about
lot of great things.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. Food,
Yeah.
beer,
And
music.
And Gridley Paige.
Gridley Paige, yeah.
What a segue.
You like that? You like that? Justin, you need to introduce our guest. It's on you today.
You know, I just learned his name today because usually people only know the one person in Gridley Paige.
Yep.
And but I mean, I don't even know who's in the band anymore. I mean, it was 3-Inch Fury with the guy from Gridley Paige. I mean, it was, you know, and then I found out that there was another guy from Gridley Paige that's actually in the band.
Who's been in the band longer
Been in
than
the
the other
band,
guy.
yeah,
from Gridley
longer
Paige.
than yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Giedraitis.
Wow, you said his name right. That was good.
Well, yeah, of course. I've
We
known
just
it for
found out
years.
he's Lithuanian. I always thought he was like Polish or something.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's some in there.
I mean, the way you drink vodka, I thought you.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
We're right next to Russia, so.
Right,
It's
right.
all right there. Eastern European.
Yes. Very much so. Food, booze.
Food and booze, man, for sure. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for coming. He's like,
for-
"Am I interesting enough to come
Yeah.
talk?" on this
hell
podcast?"
yeah.
Not too interesting usually.
Kidding me?
Well,
Well, I mean,
no, I'm not.
I wish we were rolling for the last half hour of the
I
conversation.
know, right? Oh, yeah, it's been great. Well, I guess I could ask the first question. I mean, before you joined Gridley, I mean, you know, you've been with that lead singer for a long time before then, right?
Yeah, the lead singer and I have been together since like 90 or 91.
Wow. And he
Long
was like,
time.
he was at least 10 years older than you by then, right?
Yeah.
10, 15 years older.
Maybe. No, I think he was like 9 years older than me.
Were you high school chums? Did you guys know? each other?
No. I didn't know Tim in school.
Where'd you go
yeah.
to school?
In Brookfield.
Brookfield. You've
Yeah.
up already.
Yeah, I screwed up.
Wait.
Drink.
Yeah.
We won't go there.
Our game.
Anyway, yeah, we're having a game. But anyway, yeah, so where did you go to school?
I went to Brookfield,
Brookfield. Where the hell is Brookfield?
south of Waterville.
Oh, okay. So I mean, you guys were kind of close though, like in proximity to each other. I mean, like, how did you meet the guy from Gridley Paige?
Oh boy, I was in college, and I was with Kurt, the studio that we're recording
Yeah.
at.
Great man, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Great.
Kurt's great.
Yes. Love
I was,
that dude.
I was in a band with him when I was like in high school.
Oh, cool.
He went to Waterville, and Brookfield and Waterville were always kind of chummy.
Sure.
So before I could drive, I met this guy Kurt, and I was in a band with him for a few years. And then I went to college, and I got a call from Kurt's friend, or the bass player, he called and wanted me to be in a band. Said, "Oh, we got this kid from Madison who can sing and play."
You're like, I thought there was only cows in Madison. I didn't realize that people lived there.
Yeah, there's a handful. Like in Brookfield, there's a handful of people there.
Right.
So I came back from college and we started a band, and then still playing 30 years later.
And it's made you more miserable as the day goes on, huh?
Yeah, I guess, but it's better than working.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
true.
Which
True.
nobody's doing that right now.
No.
So, what was the lineup? So you had, the lead singer.
Lead singer, myself, and this is our first band. Our bass player was Todd Weeks. He moved to Texas.
I know
And
that
Kurt
name.
Kemp. Kurt was our drummer.
So is this Ulterior Motive?
No, this is before that.
So this is Culprit.
Culprit, yeah.
Okay.
Culprit. Got
Gotcha.
it.
Yeah. And then that split up.
And so everybody was pretty much from that area, like the southern tier.
Yep.
Not southern tier, but like southern Oneida County.
Yes.
So all you
Yep.
guys are from there, huh?
Yeah.
Produced a lot of talented musicians, that's for sure, down there. There's a few, for sure. Matt, you got talent, brother. You can play
Yeah.
keys and guitar. You don't
absolutely.
give yourself enough credit, damn it.
No.
You don't. To me, you're the star of the band.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why I said I just can't remember the lead singer's name for the life of me. I mean, I can't. But I don't want you to tell me. I'm trying
No.
to get it. Don't tell me. I know you know. So I
Right.
just don't let it out.
It'll come to you.
It'll come to me, I'm sure. But
To me,
I
you're
mean,
the
I know
one-
his brother Jeffrey, who is an incredibly talented
Yes, I know
musician,
Jeffrey.
and a great businessman. I mean, like he's just insanely good at what he does. And I know Jeffrey, of course. I mean, I worked with Jeffrey, and
He had to
they're-
quit the band.
And I know, and
Yeah.
their father Brent, who is an amazing man, and
Yeah.
I was so lucky to be able to work for that family. So, so I know. I mean, I mean, in all seriousness, there's a reason why. I mean, I think that your longevity with them has lasted. I mean,
Well, he's got good earmuffs.
Well, it's kept me from knowing a lot of other musicians, though, because we've been
Right.
together. The singer and I have been together for so long
Sure.
that I didn't jam with a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
right.
So I tend not to jam with anybody at all.
I bet
Sure.
if the lead singer saw you jamming with another person, he'd get jealous.
Maybe.
I think he might.
I think he would.
I've tried to jam with Matt many times, but for some reason, Matt's always like calls me up and he's like, "Yeah, I kind of can't." Yeah. I'm like, well, the lead singer kind of like is, getting angry, and I'm like, angrier than you, and he's like, yeah, kind of, so it kind of falls through, here and there, but
So,
Yeah.
so how long was Culprit? How long was that until it morphed into Ulterior Motive?
That was till maybe 94.
Okay.
and you guys had albums, right? Like you had,
We had the one, yeah.
right? Did you do any albums with Ulterior Motive too? Like any originals? So basically, Culprit and then Gridley Paige was like where the originals lie, as far as that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they
Okay.
might have tried an Ulterior Motive,
Right.
but I don't.
But I mean, who was the like what? My question is because like Ulterior Motive was like right before I met you guys. So there was you guys were obviously a cover band. So what made it change into Gridley Paige? Like, was there member changes? Was there?
When I came back, because I went to Holland for a while.
Like the country?
Yeah,
No shit. I didn't know that.
and I was in a band out there. So, well, supposed to be a band.
Yeah.
Anyways, nothing worked out there. So I came back, and Ulterior Motive was formed, and there was no more Culprit. That turned into like Liquid Purple, I think the band's name was.
Yeah, I
And then-
remember Liquid Purple.
Yeah, I was in that for a while, and then the singer called me up from Ulterior Motive, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll play, because they had more gigs booked, and they had Dave Borgia was the drummer,
Mhm.
Mike Tallarico was the bass player, and Sean Kelly from Hamilton, he was the blind guitar player.
Yeah.
Very good. And I joined, and then we started. The singer and I started changing the format of what we were doing. We wanted to do even more modern stuff, because they were doing 80s kind of stuff.
Yeah, and this is the mid '90s when that modern rock thing was.
Yeah.
popping.
Yes,
Yeah.
and just I guess some people didn't want to play that kind of music. They didn't like that direction.
Mhm.
But it's like, well, we got to move forward.
Yeah.
Still,
Mhm.
even
Sure.
if you don't like it, you're playing. You want to play music, so you play.
Right.
So we started playing it, and then Ulterior Motive, a couple of the guys left, and so that's when we got Russ Riley, the drummer, and he was big into doing originals.
Right.
So we started writing the songs then, and a lot of them were Russ's for the first album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really, he wrote most of that stuff.
Yeah,
I had
most
known that. I'd heard that.
parental
yeah.
advisory. Yeah.
That was him.
Yep.
R.I.P. to Russ, man. He was a
Yeah,
great man.
absolutely.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
So, yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Well,
And
yeah,
so then it goes into Gridley. Where's that?
it was 96.
And who
probably.
decides let's name it after a road?
Oh, that was
The lead singer?
no, it was me.
Oh, it was you.
Well, I came up with the name when we were Culprit still,
Okay.
and then when we were Ulterior Motive and changing.
Just from driving up and down that road, you're like,
Yes,
yeah,
with Kurt, our drummer. We used
Okay.
to. Anyways,
that was your spot to do things at.
yeah,
I got you.
and on our way to the mall to go eat a lot of food and play video games because that's basically what we did.
Right.
Anyways, we saw the name and I'm like, hey man, that'd be a great name for a band. And I mentioned that when we were still Culprit probably.
Yeah.
And then years later, after Ulterior Motive was kind of separating or changing the format, Brent was like, hey, what's that name you wanted to name the band? I'm like, oh, Gridley Paige. He's like, that's that. We should name it that. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And it was that easy.
yeah, I didn't even remember. It was Brent who actually remembered the name.
Yeah. And
So-
all the guys were on board with it.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
It really is a great name. It's a great band name. It really is.
It's nobody
Definitely.
else out there, right? If you Google Gridley Paige, you're the first thing that come up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, which is smart.
well, everybody had so many, like, weird names like Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains,
Yeah.
and Flogging Molly. They had all these different names back then that were weird. We're like, well, no one's going to pick this.
Right. Yeah.
So we stuck with it. And,
Yeah.
And here we still are.
Now there's the lead singer. He has a daughter who's very talented as well, and
Oh, yeah.
very smart person, and got to shout out some love to Paige.
Yeah.
Paige Warner, who's I think the inspiration behind the lead singer, and basically the mind behind the lead singer, because I think that she's smarter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean obviously. So
Much smarter.
yeah. So anyway, continuing on, now I met you guys at Brownies one night, and you were very, very gracious and like let me see your rig, and I learned what an attenuator was. Like you remember when you used to use the big cabinets, but you had the Marshall attenuator that had that
Yeah.
big knob on it.
Yeah, power break.
And I figured I'd come to talk to you because I tried to talk to the lead singer, and he was a jerk and had to make it to the dressing room before the end of the.
That's right.
So I mean that was I've told that story on here many times. I'm still really hurt by it.
I
but-
know, I could tell.
yeah, so I mean, I get done with that, and I approach Matt, who at the time had he looked like Michael Bolton. He had these long, gorgeous locks of hair. It was
Curls.
like the spotlight behind him, and he just shook his hair out like
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
And I'm like, and pulled his guitar off, and I'm like, I need to talk to that guy.
And Dreamweaver was playing in your head.
Exactly, right? And it
walking
was,
in slow
it really was love at first sight for me because with his rig, but anyway,
Yeah.
So but I mean, you taught me a lot even just in that first meeting though. But I mean, I think that it's cool because. Our fans, like I've explained this before, our fans all thought we hated each other. So our fans hated each other.
Yeah.
Because we were all coming up at the same time. Gridley started in 96, Showtime started in 97. And like that was the two, they had us playing, remember at Brownies, it was like Gridley would play one Saturday, Showtime would play the next Saturday, then Gridley again, then Showtime, then Gridley, Showtime, and it just like rotated like that. And both bands had huge crowds. And
then you guys moved it to Varick Street.
yeah, oh yeah. Well, the one story I've told on here before, the New Year's Eve at Glory Days, when we actually set up those two stages and like we went back and forth, and the look on the crowd when they walked in and they saw that we were like talking to each other, like, did you see that? I can't believe. I thought they hated each other. It was like, and they would like spread rumors about it. It was so funny. It was just
Wrong decade.
Yeah. Oh, totally. But but I mean, I'm so grateful to have you guys as friends. And back to the music. You decided that the lead singer was just getting. I mean, his head was just getting too big, and you needed to branch off and start this really cool band called Bone Sloth. And I really want to talk about that.
Oh, it was definitely on my list of topics.
Oh my God!
One of my favorite
The
bands.
first time I heard that, I was like, "This is not real. Like, this is from like somewhere, but not here." But it was you.
Yep.
It was the first time I heard you sing.
Well, yeah, it's not really singing.
No,
it's
it's
more
just-
like hollering.
And it's not even hollering. It's more like wettily singing.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it's how my voice would click into that register when I'd yell at my nieces and nephews.
So you didn't get the inspiration from Lemmy Kilmister then?
No.
All right.
No. I think I listened to what's that guy's name? Tom Waits. I'm like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
if he can sing, then, well, it stemmed from there. I did it as a joke.
Yeah.
And one time Jeffrey, I had a riff and I'm like singing over it in that voice, and Jeffrey's like, hey, we should record that song and you could sing in your Fred Sanford voice.
Fred Sanford, you big dummy.
Yeah.
I can hear Jeff saying that too. I can hear him saying that
he's like,
too.
we should do that. And I'm like, okay, we'll record the one song.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was. And we're in the studio, and I'm like, I sang the first verse up to the chorus or something. And I just see Jeffrey jump down on the ground laughing. And I'm very doubting of most anything I do. I'm like, oh, was it that bad? And he's laughing. He's like, no, it was that good. He's like, we should do an album of this stuff.
Oh, God.
Nonsense. Because it was a joke.
Yeah.
And
That was the best part of Bone Slaw.
Yeah,
You never took yourself serious whatsoever, and you were a regular at the EC a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I loved having those guys.
So
come
I was
play.
going to say, you played at the EC a lot, and you also played at Valley Brook, I think, once,
You-
right? Or something. There was
you had
like,
a
where'd you
handful of
guys
gigs,
play?
right?
Yeah.
oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, we only played where people asked us.
Yeah.
And we
Right.
do a lot of gigs up in Syracuse because bands are like, can you guys come up and play open for us? And we're like, yeah, I guess. I think they just wanted to see the dancing girls, but because we always had dancing girls on stage, and
Yeah.
it was just ridiculous. The whole thing. But and then it fizzled out because that was hard to do that.
Well, I was going to say, did it fizzle out, or did the lead singer Gridley Paige like get angry and like make you come back? Was that what happened? Like they were losing gigs with Gridley Paige, and Bone Slaw was becoming too popular? Or?
And can I add to that? Was he trying to give you voice lessons?
No, nothing. I don't have a good voice, so it was just screaming. I don't know. I just fizzled out. It was getting too hard.
Sure.
And
It's a lot.
Jeffrey was playing with Gridley. They were getting more gigs that paid.
Right.
'Cause
Oh,
Bone-
you had left the band at that point, right?
Yes, I went and tried a regular job for a little while.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
it was-
I'd see him at 10 p.m. every night.
Yes,
at the
after my
EC.
depressing job, I'd be at the EC.
DC drinking your life away after
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when we got deep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got really deep.
Yeah.
Now, when you left, was it like, I just need to get the hell out of here and make some money type of thing, or was there issues behind all that?
No, I mean,
Ooh, wow, that's like a straight up media question. I love it.
Oh yeah,
That was
Well,
great.
I want to get to
Wow.
the bottom of it.
Wow.
Like, did you throw things at the lead singer?
no. It was-
you're like, F you, dude. I'm out of here.
You threw him off the stage, didn't you?
no, it was nothing like that. It was just like we'd been together for 12 years, something like that.
Sure.
And I was just like,
Burnt.
I was very burnt. It was like the same. It was the songs we were playing. Like I was playing Teenage Dirtbag, and I was 30 years old. I'm like, I don't relate to any of this music,
Right.
and I need a break. I had a girlfriend who was living in D.C., so I was there most of the time, and I'd come back on weekends to play.
Wow.
And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. And then that fizzled out, and I got a job, and I'm like, I don't want to play anymore. Of course, I was doing Bone Slaw, so I kept getting sucked into playing anyways. and then a couple years later, hey, you want to play again? Yeah, because working sucks. So
Well, didn't you have the Retropolitans too?
yeah, there's that
Yes.
80s band.
Yeah, that was like
That was
right
a cool
after
band too.
Bone
I
Slaw?
love that band.
That was right. Yeah, that was right after Bone Slaw.
Yeah, I remember that because we played the brewery.
Yes.
Together.
Yes, that's
Oh,
right. You
right.
guys asked us
Yep.
to
Choke
open for you
Slam and
guys.
the Retropolitans.
Choke
We
Slam.
played it, and then Paulie was. It's funny because Paul Fulham was working for the brewery at the time and
Yeah.
decided to wear a wedding dress for that show.
Oh my
And he
God.
was just calling Fred out the whole time, like, "Dude, you got balls, brother."
Wow.
Great. It was hilarious.
That
We
was
had a great
awesome.
night.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Fun freaking night.
I remember after that gig, Lee came up to me and asked, "Hey, can we save a date for you guys for next year?"
Yeah,
Because
not those other guys. We'd rather have you.
she's like, nobody's playing that kind of music because we were doing like
Yeah, you're
new
doing-
wave and dark wave
Sure,
80s
sure.
music.
Yeah,
And
you're doing cool stuff.
she saved a date up until late in the season, and I'm like, it's getting this band together is like pulling teeth.
Sure,
So
sure.
We
Who was in the Retropolitans? It was you and Jeffrey,
me,
right?
Jeffrey, Mike Tallarico, I think, was in it at the time, and Ray Barnes and Jim Barnes.
Right.
So wait, Jeffrey played drums?
No, Jeffrey played bass.
Wait,
okay.
what was Tel Rico?
Yeah,
playing?
what was he doing?
Oh wait, maybe Jeffrey. It was Jeffrey then. Mike played. They switched on and off. I think we had them rotating,
Yeah, something.
and sometimes Jeffrey would
I
play
remember
acoustic
Tel
guitar.
Rico being
Yeah.
there.
But Jim Barnes played guitar then.
Tellerico,
yeah,
another
Barnes
great,
was in there, too.
great addition to Gridley Paige. That was the first when I first saw you guys. It was you and Tellerico and Russ, and the lead singer. I'm still trying to rack my brain around this. I can't. Maybe too many UCs over the years, but I just can't. I mean, maybe I'm still reeling from how mean he was to me. I just can't even. But
I'm going to hug you after this is all said
it sounds
and done, bro.
rough.
What?
I
need it. You know what I mean? Like maybe can we have a virtual hug? Like everybody at home, give me a virtual hug. I need that. I mean, it was just
Yep.
You know, I mean, I was a sensitive person before then, but I'm just over the top now, emotional. So
a social distancing hug.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, Matt, do you remember when I and your lead singer got into like kind of like a little tiff for him hanging flyers up on trees? Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something that happened back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, so Tim and I. Yeah,
Drink.
I got a drink. Shit.
I can't believe I'm the only one that hasn't done it yet.
I know, it's awesome.
Fucking incredible.
Cheers.
Yep.
Here's
Salute.
to the lead singer.
At this point, I'm going to have to do a beer run into the other room for all of us if we keep doing this, all right?
Probably.
So, Varick Street had no poles, nowhere to hang flyers up, right? I'm going to see his side of the story, too, because, you know, it's kind of what happened. So he had nowhere to hang up flyers. So he's got a staple gun, and he's stapling them up to the trees on Varick Street. And I called him out on it, and like one of those social media sites, the original ones, and like we went back and forth, and like.
Was it a MySpace?
No, it wasn't MySpace. It was something else. I can't remember what the hell. It was like a message board or something. The Pulse. It was the Pulse.
Pulse.
You guys remember the Pulse?
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of went back and forth on it. It's kind of hysterical to look back at it now. And I was upset with him because he was hanging flyers up on a tree.
Yeah.
That lead singer, Gridley Paige.
Yeah.
And we kind of went back and forth. Do you remember that? There was kind of a beef for a second.
I remember it.
I love the guy now.
Yeah. Mike Tiley goes tree hugger.
I am. Hey, man. I am part hippie, okay? I am. I'll admit it. I am part hippie.
I also got to say, my cohort and poor Tim, he's changed his name to Big Rona instead of Big Sexy. Yeah, Sean Smith is home recovering from COVID-19 right now.
Get well soon, brother. I hope you feel better.
I heard that his penis fell off. I think that's one of the symptoms, and that happened to him. So
Little Pecker syndrome.
Yeah, which is probably good because he doesn't need any more kids.
Yeah.
So
he's a fertile one.
He really is, yeah. He just sneezes and somebody gets pregnant. So, anyway, I'm
We
trying
got
to.
some people out there. Nice. Thank you, everybody, for watching on Facebook
Yeah, this
Land
is great.
and out there. If you can, please do us a favor and click the share button. Help spread the word of what we're doing here on EC Radio, Local Music Monday Disruption Network, and, of course, Gridley Paige. Yeah.
Which, once again, great band name.
Do you do any work for the band other than play music? Is there another job that you have within the band, or the lead singer does everything?
The lead singer has a control issue, I can tell you that.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, and he wants to do that work.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, he
Well,
really
he's
does,
good at
yeah.
it.
Yeah, he's very good at it.
He likes it.
But there's no other, like maybe you're a musical director, or maybe you're like something you have another job. But definitely, we know you're not doing social media
No.
for the band. We know that's no.
Yeah, I don't do any social media. He likes to book the gigs. Not that we have any anymore, so I don't know what he's doing. And we go.
Well,
over.
you guys have moved over to Twitch now. I mean, I know he's had a lot to do with that.
Which
so
is a good move.
yeah, it's a very good move. I'm actually hoping to move to there soon. I
Got my
just have no
fingers
idea
crossed.
what to do.
Or I'll have to get a day job, like I said. I don't know.
Don't do that.
Well, yeah, why? You're already that old. Why bother now?
That's how I feel too about I got in the industry, and it took a while to get in the industry.
By the industry means the business.
Right.
Well, I remember him when he was in radio. When he started radio, I remember.
Sure.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
With Chris. Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, Kid Chris, and he's doing great right now.
He's all the way out there. Where is he? Is he in L.A.?
No. He's in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, Cincinnati, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm still friends with him on the book.
Well, I met Rain Man Chris.
And another one. I thought you were talking about
Rain
Kid
Man.
Chris. But Rain Man Chris is another one.
Yep.
Jamie Hassel, those guys.
Yeah.
Jamie Hassel. Wow, that brings back some memories right there. Jamie was a good dude.
I got to call him soon.
Yeah.
It's almost
Now
his
he's
birthday.
down in Nashville, right?
I saw, or I talked to him. I talked to him just this past year, I think. He was in Florida. He'd moved after there were some storms last year, the year before. I can't even remember. Boy, my memory's terrible now. He moved to Florida, and then he said something about he's moving to California.
Huh.
Why California? I don't know. It's a pretty expensive state now. But
Yeah.
that's where he was headed. So I'll find out in a couple days, probably.
There you
I
go.
call him once a year because his birthday's on Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So I call him like once a year.
Did you guys grow up together?
No.
No.
No, I met
Just from
him.
the K-Rock days.
Yeah, it must have been the K-Rock days. He was in another band in the 80s.
Yeah.
You guys had to do a lot with K-Rock too, like Gridley Paige, because
They were like the house band for K-Rock.
Yeah, because like I remember one of the coolest things for me was like I would hear a song and like K-Rock would be like brand new from blah blah blah, and then like I would see Gridley play at Brownies that weekend, and they'd be playing a song, and I'm like every single time like a hit song would come out on K-Rock, and it was like. You know, it's not like they were playing pop music. They were playing like hard shit, you know, because K-Rock was hard back then, you know what I mean? And
solid rock,
I mean,
K-Rock.
yeah, I mean, and so it's like, you know, you'd go out and you'd hear it and like everybody would be like, oh my God, this is great. Because I mean, like how long you'd have to wait to see the band that performed a tour the next year or whatever, you know, if it's in the middle of winter or whatever, you know, you got to wait for them. And here's this band that's going out playing all these songs that the kids are loving, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, I mean, that was what the kids wanted at the time, you know, was all that stuff, you know, so.
You had mentioned the Gridley and Showtime comparison, but before Showtime came on the board, it was Gridley Paige or Ulterior Motive versus Floating Noah.
Yes, Floating Noah.
That was like kind of the head-to-head type of thing. And I remember you guys playing at like Nothing Fancy, and the place there'd be over 1,000 people in that place back in the mid '90s.
Well, that
you couldn't even touch that place.
You know, that was another reason why I think that our fans and Gridley fans thought that we hated each other, because we played a lot with Floating Noah. Like we would like be in the same areas. Like they would help us get gigs, and like we would help them get gigs down in Herkimer. Like we were just going back and forth with each other. And we actually, I forget the lead singer's name. The one with the bald head. I forget his name. I think I'm friends with him on Facebook. But anyway, Mike Wagner. Mike Wagner. Okay, him and I became friends, and like I would go to his house, and we started to try to write some music together and stuff. Like like we were, you know, we had. At the time, we're friends, you know what I mean? So like we were always with Floating Noah in that beginning there, you know what I mean? And like we're never with Gridley Paige, and so I think it was just like, you know,
well, you know, we were up here.
Obviously, I mean, you know. I mean, the thing is that I just loved that I talked to every member of that band, and you know, Brent was running sound at the time, and Brent was very gracious to me always, you know, and you know, Roscoe helping me out, and then you know, that lead singer was just nowhere to be found. I've just tried so many times to just, you know, because I mean, like I was a singer too, and I just felt like a connection to him, and it's just it took me so long to break in with him, you know, so
yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I think you're kind of there now. I mean,
hopefully. I mean,
you need to get over it, though, Justin.
Because now you're up here. You're up here. We're down here.
I don't know about that.
Hey,
I mean,
Matt, so when does your lead singer start breaking out his wardrobe? Like, is that a culprit thing? Is that an Ulterior Motive thing? Is that a Gridley Paige thing? All three of them?
I want to say, well, I only remember Gridley.
So it's only a Gridley thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, like he literally doesn't remember the other bands.
Yeah. Too much vodka.
Oh, I didn't drink back then.
I know.
Oh, you didn't?
And
I did other things. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No.
He liked to go downtown.
Yeah.
No, I do remember you didn't
drink.
even touch a drop of alcohol.
No.
You
Wow.
left that for Tellerico.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, sure.
Mike liked to drink.
He was the drinker in that band back then. And where does Jeffrey come in? Like did he come in right at the beginning of Gridley?
Jeffrey was like 4 years old the first time he drummed with Gridley, I think.
When did Jeffrey come in? He came in probably just before Woodstock, before '99.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard this story before, though, that Jeff, like, something happened with Dave. He had a stomach issue or something, and Jeffrey had, like, they woke him up.
Yes.
Like, his mother woke him up out of a sound sleep, and he's, like, 15.
Yep.
Like, he's got school in the morning or whatever, but they had a gig, and Dave, something happened with his stomach, and they woke Jeffrey up and drove him to the gig so that he could fill in with you guys.
I
And
was
like,
I
that's
wasn't there
insane.
then. That was Ulterior.
Oh, was it Ulterior?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. But, I mean, that's how long Jeffrey's been, like, kind of interjecting, you know. But,
Yep, and then he joined, and I got to be lazy again.
sure.
Because I got used to having two guitar players. Because that means, well, I don't have to do anything now,
Nah.
you know.
Yeah.
I'll just follow. I don't even have to know the song.
Right.
So.
You've played with some monster guitar players, though, throughout all this.
Oh, yeah.
Dave King, first of all.
Oh, yeah,
first and
Dave.
fourth, right?
Yeah.
How awesome was that to play with King?
It's always best to have somebody better than you.
Yeah.
So that makes the ride easier
Right.
for me.
I'll just follow along.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be over here in the corner, guys.
Yep. Did you learn that song? No, I'm just going to follow.
Just let me know the key.
The lead singer goes up to the sound man, don't turn Matt up in the front. He has no idea what he's doing.
He makes mistakes now. Getting old. I'd make a lot, though.
Really quick, I got to give a shout out to my friend Tom Boggs down in. He's watching from Philly right
Hey,
now.
Tom Boggs.
So,
Cheers, man.
He just gave a shout out to my Dacre sweatshirt. I try to wear something that's like, it showcases something from the area if I can,
Absolutely.
So Dacre's up in Old Forge. We've been playing there for about, 20 something years. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but I met Tom up there through Dacre's and one of my very, very dear friends from Philly. So thanks for checking in, brother.
Yes, thanks to everybody checking in today, man. We got a bunch of people checking out. Are you guys all ready for the holidays?
More or less.
Yeah.
It's going to be very small this year, I think.
Totally. Same here. What about you, Justin? Did you
Yeah,
get-
I broke the news to my mom, obviously, because of COVID and stuff that we're not going to do Christmas. We're going to wait like a week or so, and kind of try to get together. Like, I haven't seen my sister. God, it's probably been about 4 months since I've actually seen her in person, which is like my sister and I are very close. And I mean, they live 20 minutes away, which, I mean, when I lived in Utica, 20 minutes away to Ilion to go visit my family was like hell to do. It really was. It's just like, oh God, I got to get, got to drive there. I got to drive, blah, 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 blah. 20 minutes is a long time when you got shit to do,
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it sucks, but, I mean, we're trying to make it through. We're probably going to FaceTime a lot and stuff and, try and Zoom call maybe or something like that, just to try to be together. Like my mom wants to see my son open presents and stuff. So he's just starting to learn what Santa Claus is right now. So
You doing like Elf on the Shelf?
we did the
or any
Elf
of
on the
that?
Shelf.
Yeah.
We had him name the Elf on the Shelf, and he calls him Charlie.
Hey.
All right, Charlie. That's it. So now, but we're trying to hide him like high up, because we're trying to get him to know you. Like you're not supposed to touch the Elf on the Shelf because he loses his magic. So like, but we
I
don't.
did not know that.
Yeah,
Me either. Now I learned
Nope.
something.
But we don't trust him, so we're trying to put it as high up as we can, and we're running out of places to put it up. Like Christmas can't come fast enough, so I can stop hiding this thing. But yeah, so that's what's going on. But
It's gonna be an interesting Christmas, that's for sure. What about
Oh, yeah.
New Year's Eve too? This is the first New Year's, and probably do you have a gig? This is the first
right.
New Year's in probably 20 years that I don't have a gig.
Yeah.
And probably you too. I mean, Gridley was playing New Year's Eves like casinos and stuff like that. Yeah.
we were supposed to do Turning Stone this year.
Yeah.
Again, we were
Yes.
supposed to do that again. We are playing Turning Stone this year in like the big wedding ballroom thing that they have, and they got 2 stages, and there's like they're rotating bands, and we're on this stage that's like an island theme. So we got to learn some Beach Boys and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, island theme Beach Boys, 70, 80-year-olds, and you're trying to get them to come congregate together.
In a COVID situation, that's a good idea.
Thank you. You said it, I didn't. Okay, we'll do the gig. That's fine. Whatever. But I don't know. Just a thought.
Bust out the Jimmy Buffetts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's coming. Like I think we're gonna learn Surfing USA,
There you go.
Dock of the Bay. I think Joe Rossi's actually gonna play Wipeout.
All right.
He's never played it before. Like every drummer's played Wipeout. Joey had heard his dad play it for so long that he like refused to play it.
Yeah.
But he's gonna play it. I might video it.
Right. Well, you guys already know Lionel Richie All Night Long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's an island song, I think.
Yeah, but it's not. Believe it or not, this is not a Showtime gig. This is a
it's not.
Showtime trio gig.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Oh.
We believe it or not, our last Showtime gig was supposed to be this month, but that got canceled. The venue no longer having music, and so we haven't played since late October as a full band. And the first gig we have booked right now is late April, I think, for the full band.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
can't wait for the shit to end.
What about you, man? Have you adjusted to even doing the live stream thing? I mean, it takes a minute to get used to, hey, I'm playing in front of my iPhone.
Yeah, but trying to get fans or getting money is the hard part.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's tough when nobody has any money, though,
Sure.
too. You see it on both sides. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's struggling right now, and the
Right.
musicians are
Right.
struggling, the artists are struggling, everybody's struggling.
Yeah.
So it's a little difficult to, like, reach into that pocketbook and throw you 10, 15, 20 bucks,
yeah.
you know?
Right.
yeah.
I
So-
struggle with it myself, you know? I totally want to take care of all my friends, but I look at my bank account and it says,
Yeah.
no, buddy, you can't.
I think that's
Yeah.
the hardest part for me is just like wanting to help people, you know,
Right.
wanting to do something like, I mean, we've always been involved, like as far as band wise goes, you know, I mean, like somebody, God forbid, gets cancer and they have a benefit. I mean, we're always all there to help, you know what I mean? We try to do what we can. And I mean, that's what we do. I mean, we don't make a lot of money. So our gift,
Yeah.
you know, to that is playing music to try to get people to come and to benefit and to raise money, you know what I mean? Which is, you know, that's all we can do. That's what our forte is.
I don't know how to do anything
I
else.
know, right? Yeah.
I tried a job.
Yeah.
I tried it. It was horrible.
Ended up drinking all day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as I left, obviously, because I was there all the time.
It was like every Tuesday night he'd come down and come hang out and drink like a half a bottle of vodka. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here.
Yep.
No, it was more than one day a week I was there. I was
Oh,
there
it
like
was?
3.
Why, for some reason, Tuesdays ring a bell.
I was there Tuesdays a lot.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think maybe Monday I didn't drink. And then
There's
Tuesday,
a lot of that that's a fog for you, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I'm blacked out from like '94 to 2012. Completely blacked out. Completely. But you know, Justin, I want to bring up something too. There is ways to support the musicians though without giving any kind of money. You know, you can buy their albums or you can share their posts or share their live stream and merchandise. And
I actually still have CDs left from 2007 of my CD.
Get 'em
and
out there, man.
I'd rather you take them from me because number one, they're taking up room in my basement. Number two, I make 0.00001 of a cent every time one of my songs gets played on Spotify or Apple.
Yeah, that's all I get. And I have like thousands of Bone Slaw plays. It's like I haven't seen
it. Was to the point where I was getting.
Wait, Bone Slaw's on Spotify?
Yes.
Come on, Apple Music too.
I don't know.
Oh wait a minute,
I didn't put it there.
up.
Somebody else put it there.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Is it all one word?
Bone Slaw. Yeah, one word.
Bone Slaw.
Oh, dude, this is exciting.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, there it is.
Dirty. Oh my god, I'm saving it right now.
You're out of your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll probably get.
Dude, this is a righteously long album.
Yeah, it's
15 songs.
I added some on there.
I love it. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
You just made my day.
Oh,
dude.
mine too. Absolutely. I'm listening to this.
You're
for
welcome.
like-
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And by the way, you just made a cent and a half.
Yep. No, not a cent. I made part of a cent.
Part of a cent. But I'm saying by the
Well,
time
you're gonna make
Z
more
and I
money
get
'cause
done listening to this album 4 times,
I
it'll be at
shower
least
every
a
day.
cent.
I'm going to listen to it every day now. That's it. That's,
Showering music.
This-
I got to figure out. I got 15 songs to pick of what I'm going to cover.
ladies and gentlemen, the order of the day right now, after this podcast is done, hop over to Spotify and follow Bone Slaw. Even though there's only
absolutely.
14 songs on it and they're not going to release any more, at least you still have those 14 nuggets right there.
Yeah.
It's
Beautiful.
I'm telling you, I'm super excited now.
Thank
Thank you.
A mosh pit in my kitchen later.
Hell yeah. That's why I said it. You know what it reminded me of always was Lemmy Kilmister. It reminded me of Lemmy. Like that, you know, Ace of Spades, the Ace of Spades. Like, you know.
It does, but that's not where I got it.
No, and it's
So
not.
weird.
And that's so funny because it's like, you know, I don't know. I love this.
Silly.
I'm so excited.
It always comes to haunt me, that Bone Slaw.
Oh, it's always going to be here, baby. You know.
You know, Matt, we were talking like you don't have children, but you have music you're leaving behind.
Yes,
Right?
that's
So
correct.
That's perfect. That's the way I look at it, too.
For sure.
Like, I don't have any children, but I do have some albums out there. So
Yeah.
There's my baby.
We had that crazy video that UMTV, remember them? UMTV?
Yeah.
They did a video for us years and years ago.
Oh, wow.
Can we find that, like, on YouTube or something?
Yeah, it was. I think. Yeah, it was on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
just
have to look for that.
The Dirty song. That was.
Yeah.
Dirty, yeah.
Yeah, that was. On there,
That was your hit.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I actually have something that I don't know that I've never actually asked even the lead singer of your band about. But I'm kind of switching gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Take me through Woodstock. I want to know like how the gig came about and like what it was like going through that gig. Like, was it any different than any other gig, or was it like this is fucking awesome?
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Okay. So like take it like right from the beginning. Like, how did you get the gig?
Oh, there was a guy. I don't know if he was the lead singer would know better than me, but he was like something in the local government or whatever. I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
I mean, the lead singer's commenting on the page right now, but it's blurring on my Facebook for some reason.
You blocked him?
Well, I don't know if it's if I blocked him or it's just like Facebook knows that I don't remember his name and they're trying to fuck with me.
Oh.
So like, you know. Anyway, so continue. Sorry.
Well, we got the gig through this guy, and I think they might have. They didn't want us originally again after this guy submitted our name to go and play it. Then all of a sudden we got it. So we had all these preparations, like we had to be here at X amount, this time, and we had to take this road. They had an artist road in the back.
Yeah, it was probably smart that they did that,
So the artist we had this whole road that we could just go on and nobody was on it.
Yeah.
except other artists. So we went there and we got to park right up at the big stage. I don't remember if it was the east side or the west side. But
Yeah, it was the big main stage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got there. It was a jillion degrees already that morning. And they had trailers for us. We had a trailer.
Come on.
We had 50-gallon drums full of water, soda, drinks, all this stuff. And Russ, our old drummer, we went walking down the tarmac, and it was just unbelievably hot.
Yeah.
And you see all these people are like, and this was only the first day. Like, they opened that day.
Yeah.
And they're charging $4 for a bottle of water. I'm like, holy cow, these poor people, because we're getting anything we want.
For free, yeah.
And then the sound crew, I believe they worked on tour with Aerosmith and the Rolling Stones. And these guys are setting up our equipment. Us, cover band from Central New York, hillbillies. And they're asked, do you want your amp, or do you want your drums 20 feet or 30 feet away from the front of the stage? And I'm like, what? What kind of question is that? We don't know, just put them up there. And all of our guitar equipment, they're plugging it in, and they're on these things with wheels, and they can just push them off. So they're setting all this up while this other band's setting up or playing. They're performing, and then our stuff just slides up in the front. And they were like so professional and nice. They were really nice, like polite people,
which is rare.
Wow, that's very rare.
Super nice. And they were like,
well, it was the first day.
It was the first day. Yeah, I'm sure by the the third day they were like, "Fucking let's go."
Oh yeah, they were probably
in the Bonesaw voice.
Yeah. They had their work cut out for them, but
yeah, absolutely.
Boy, their operation was smooth. Like they were professionals.
So did you get to meet like any famous guys when you were there, or anybody famous that was like just hanging out waiting? Or
no, because we had gigs, paying gigs,
right?
So we had to leave and go play.
So how were those gigs while Woodstock was going on? Were you doing like Woodstock after parties? I imagine like everybody was at Woodstock.
They were, but I mean, we still had people that didn't want to go to Woodstock.
Gotcha.
Come and see us.
So you still had a good crowd.
Yeah. Because we'd play at McGill's or when that was around, or
Captain Trips. Well, even though Trips, they were all
Myron's.
They were all there. They were
Myron's was there then, right? No, I think that
was something else back then.
It was something else. It was definitely a bar.
Can't remember
because there was a motel next to it that burnt down recently.
And they were actually doing a mini festival there too that whole weekend.
Yeah, because they had like the farmland next to them that they had like I remember that.
Yeah,
but we were supposed to play too, and something fell through. We were supposed to get it through 20C, and something happened where it fell through. I think they might have had like a band shell set up on the road as people drove it or something. I don't know, but that's but I was actually going to go up on the last night, and I decided like something happened. I decided not to go, and it was the night that they started fires and everything like that. So. But
did you come back at all, or just play in your?
No, I think Talarico went back.
Did he?
Yeah. Because we had a pass that we could use all week.
Oh, no
or all
shit.
weekend.
Yeah.
And go up the back road and park by the stage.
Wow! Oh my God! I never would have left.
I still kept my artist pass for that.
That's so cool. Yeah. That must have been a great thing. But it's like the same thing though. You had gigs, so you had to leave. You know
because that was our job.
Yeah, that was us. I mean, not that we cared to meet these guys. We opened up for Marshall Tucker at Hannah Park or whatever, and they were one of the bands. Like you get certain bands that just won't come out of the trailer.
They're old.
We opened up for Eddie Money. He never came out of the trailer. His girlfriend his daughter had on Ben when we opened up for them.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. But Eddie never came out of the trailer. But then you got guys like Night Ranger that would come out, and you guys have opened for Night Ranger a bunch, and super super nice guys. I mean, they're great guys. Just come out and hang. And it's funny because like that was what I was curious about is like if you got to meet anybody that was going to perform on that stage or if you guys had gigs. So
no, and it was I think it was really rushed there.
Yeah,
at Woodstock, they were like, get them on and off. You know,
that's how it's done.
You did your show, get out of here. You know,
they got time restraints.
Yeah,
they got to stick to that.
I can just feel I feel like there's like 800 Chucky Loves at that gig.
Yeah, there is.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
They're just treating the artists like cattle. All right, Jewel, you did your show. Get out. Elvis Costello, get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a shit about your band. Just get off.
You did your show.
Get off my stage. Besides Woodstock, is there another memorable gig that stands out for you?
Boy. They're such a blur. I mean, we did like Jingle Ball. We did for K-Rock years ago.
Yep.
Oh, cool, yeah.
I think we used to do stuff for OUR.
You guys didn't do a K-Rockathon at all?
No, we did something at Vernon Downs for K-Rock. I don't remember what it was.
On the big stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I don't. Yeah, we never did a K-Rock,
No.
K-Rockathon. I don't think we had paying gigs.
You guys had a lot of great gigs though.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
past. So if you think about your career, man, like,
Yeah,
you've played all the big stages. Played the Stanley ever?
yeah,
Have you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not as like a concert. It was like for just some sweater ball or something. One of those things.
Sure.
Yeah, they had that a while back. I don't remember what. It was some benefit for something.
Gotcha.
I had a memory come up. We played the Stanley for a Christmas party, and we set up in the way back of the stage.
I remember this.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah,
What
it
I'm
was
talking about? And
murky.
and they set up the tables all on the stage, and we played out to the audience, but like the whole party was on the stage.
Yeah, we did that.
Yep.
And then we did something. We did something at the Odd. Remember that? We played at the Odd.
Yeah, we
Yes,
all
we
did.
did do the odd. That was when I hid Tim's wardrobe.
Drink. Drink.
I'll be right back.
Odd Fest. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
was
never
all
took
of us.
off.
We all got to play. Street Rock opened it up, and then you guys Classified, Showtime.
And it didn't take off.
Last Left also played, and then I think who was the grand finale? Yeah, it was Badfish.
Badfish.
Yep.
Yep.
Badfish, the Sublime band.
Anyway, yeah, that was
Drink.
when I already did. I'll drink again.
It didn't take off though.
No, great lineup, fun day. Oh,
Yeah.
that was
There was-
such a fun
But
day.
there was like nobody there.
Yeah.
Which is, it kills me. It absolutely kills me. You could be on the floor of the odd.
Well,
But also, the weather was horrible.
Yes,
that
it
day.
was.
Horrible.
And it was also in the middle of the Utica Music Fest, too.
Right?
We were
Yeah.
trying to piggyback off that, which didn't work.
Yeah.
And the night before, we played at, where the hell did we play? The night before, and that place was packed.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely packed. And so we were pretty high coming
Yeah.
off of that, and then we're like, yeah, we get to play the odd.
Yeah,
You know?
right, yeah.
And go there, and they're like, I'm just playing to my mom and my cousin Ray, really.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah. I mean, the other gig we had like that, we were, the very first gig that Sean played with us when he got back from Iraq was at MVCC in their brand new auditorium. Like, we had this whole thing where we
Great
set up
spot,
that day.
isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And when we booked the gig, you always like book the gig and you're like, oh, this works for everybody. Yeah, it's cool. This works. But sometimes you make the mistake of not checking what else is going on in the area.
Yep.
So like the people that love to come see us play also love the bands that we played, like Rusted Root. So when Rusted Root is also in Utica, you shouldn't book a gig to
Right.
play that night.
Exactly. Because you want to go see Rusted Root.
But they wanted to go see Rusted Root. And so we played this great gig and sold like 15 tickets. And it's
Yep.
Sean's first gig with us. Dude, it's going to be great. We're playing MVs. Like, I can't wait. We had pictures done. We did sound check that day. We had a green room. It was great. We walked out and it was like everybody was social distance right now. It was like 6 feet apart. Like this. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Oh, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Look like
We've
the
done that.
Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to
yeah.
us when we played there.
Yep.
We did a show there.
Such a great room.
It's a
though.
great venue. It really is. I mean, it's such a great place to. We did the Aretha Franklin thing there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was great. We had a great crowd for that. But what an amazing place to
Yep.
have a show. It really is. It's just like intimate enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Anyway,
We got a bunch of people checking in. Thank you so much to everybody out there. I haven't even paid attention to any of the comments,
Oh.
and I think we should.
yeah.
We should.
Yeah.
It's everybody's been checking in over here on Facebook, and if you are watching on Facebook, if you could do us a favor and click the share button, help spread the word of EC Radio, Disruption Network, Showtime, Poor Tim, Gridley Paige, all of us, all the local music that is going on, and they've stopped playing a little bit here and there. You got little gigs here and there, but you guys are doing live streams every week, so
Yes.
go out there and support these live streams, people. It's important. It's free. You go to Twitch, tip them a couple bucks. They got this whole community going on Twitch.
Sure.
It's pretty cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool what's going on over at Twitch. Mike Tiley is saying you own the name Gridley Paige.
No, not really.
What do you mean?
Well,
It's your brainchild.
yeah, but I gave up. I gave that up.
You did when you quit
Yeah.
the band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a business. It was legally business. It was.
Okay, so you signed off on it?
Yeah.
That lead singer, he's a shrewd one.
he's a
huh?
shyster.
Well, I didn't want it. I just wanted out.
Oh, you just want it out?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't blame you.
It was just a name.
Do you, Matt Giedraitis, relinquish all?
Let's see here. Yeah, Matt and Kurt performed legal activities on Gridley Paige Road. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sort of. Well, it was probably me more than Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt's just too nice.
He was driving. He had to drive.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He is. I can't really see him.
So you've been lucky. You've had a lot of good drivers over the years. You know.
Yeah,
You can
'cause
do
I
your.
Our singer drives.
Yeah.
Because I daydream a lot.
Yeah.
I can't pay attention.
Yeah.
And half a bottle of vodka doesn't help either behind the wheel.
I have other people drive me. My mileage limit is I think 40 miles. Like the casino from my house to the casino is the farthest I'll drive to a gig. Because I legit doesn't matter if it's daylight or nighttime, I fall asleep.
Yeah.
At the wheel.
Oh, that's not good.
Constantly.
That's not good.
I mean, I had to drive to Syracuse when I worked for Apple. And like I would literally get past the casino and then I'd be going along and I'm like Canastota and then 34A, 35, 36. But I get past the casino and I just start going,
How did I get here? Yep.
And like,
That's
there's
not
been
good,
many
brother.
times that like, but I've
Well, at
been like
least you
that
know
forever.
this, though.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so like, like it's a pain in the ass for the rest of the band because, I'm like, I can't drive. Somebody needs to bring me, you know? And, it's a pain in the ass, but at the same time, I mean, I've almost died like 6 times coming home from a gig.
Justin, I
Like,
don't want to hear this.
it's bad. I missed a guardrail by like a millimeter. I woke up just in time when I was like a mile away from my house. It was like, it's insane.
Be careful,
So-
please.
No, I am. I'm very careful now. Very careful. Yeah.
Tylee's saying there's a Bone Slaw video on YouTube, so
I saw
I'm gonna
that,
have to
yep.
go check that out. And I'm super psyched to find out that you guys are on Spotify now. That's
Hey,
it.
Tylee, if you could just link that video on here.
Yeah,
on the comments
yeah,
if you could, man.
Absolutely. The lead singer's saying you once tried to throw him off stage at the casino in Niagara Falls.
I threatened him. I didn't try to do it. I just threatened him.
What happened in this situation?
We had played because we go from song to song to song.
Yeah.
He was doing something between the song, and I'm like, I'm gonna get a drink of water, or I had to plug something in. I couldn't remember. Something wasn't working right at this performance, and he goes, "Hurry up, play the song." And I'm like, "I will throw you off of the stage." And
Wow.
that was the extent of it,
Okay.
pretty much.
Have you guys ever gotten to a physical altercation?
No.
Never?
No.
Never? I'm sure you wanted to, though.
What's the point?
Yeah.
You're a good man. Man.
Yeah.
So Borgia's saying that you introduced him and I to each other at the EC. I don't recall this, but it was also in the middle of my blackout. So
Yeah, because I drank a lot then.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I probably did. If he was there, because I know he met me there a few times. I remember getting in touch with him, going, "Hey, I'm done with work. Let's drink." Because he at one time, I don't know if he still does, but he used to like to drink, and I did.
Did we all?
Yeah, so I might have.
So also now you relate teenage dirtbag because you have a secret teenage girlfriend.
Oh
Is that true?
no,
No.
maybe no, of course not. We joke around about that a lot.
Do you? Tell me you got sick of playing like Bush songs and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that for a while,
definitely.
right?
Hate Bush.
I used to make fun of the lead singer about that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
how many times you gonna play Machine Head? For-
Yeah.
All of them.
You
all of the time.
guys don't play any Nickelback, right?
No,
Okay, thank God. What about REM?
we did though.
That's the other band I hate.
Really? We don't
Not a
play
big R.E.M.
REM.
fan.
We have.
Yeah, I'm not a big REM fan at all. I don't like them. I don't like Nickelback. Bush is just
Who knows what's going on there?
Who knows?
But that was popular at the time,
Sure.
so we played it.
yeah.
You guys did pack a lot of houses back in the day in the 90s. Captain Trips comes to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Like I felt like you guys were there every other Friday night, and
Yeah.
you were there for a
Did it
reason.
once.
Did you?
Yeah, we had one show there. It was great. I loved it. I
You're-
think there's a recording of it still. Mikey Berdissi was still in the band.
Was he?
Oh, wow.
But you guys would pack that place every other Friday night or whatever.
Yeah.
You couldn't touch that place. And like the music
Yeah.
scene was so vibrant back then.
It
really
was.
was.
Well, we didn't have COVID either.
That building too, like there was. I felt like that
Yeah.
building. Like you walk into Captain Trips and it was like 3 different things in once. Like you'd had like the place where you could buy stuff out of the like the glass cases and stuff.
Yeah.
You could buy stuff and like you go over here and there's like I'm waiting for like the oxygen bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you go and then like you walk into this huge and it was just I don't know. It's almost like Utica's CBGBs in a way.
Indeed,
You know what I mean?
it was.
You know?
Definitely legendary. And they would piggyback off a lot of the wetlands, what the wetlands
Sure.
in Manhattan was doing.
Yeah.
And they'd get a lot of the bands coming up on that whole
Yeah.
routing type of thing, too.
Yeah.
DR is bringing up something that's kind of important right
love
now.
DR.
What's up to DR?
What the fact that we haven't had him on the show yet?
Well, he's coming on the show. I have talked to him about this,
All right.
and he's going to make an appearance. He definitely 100% is going to make an appearance. But he's bringing up tomorrow is Matt's birthday.
Oh, no.
Happy birthday, bud. What do you like?
Thank you.
Did you get the AARP card now?
No, not yet.
No, soon.
Yeah. Sooner rather than later.
Well, the lead singer lets you know about all that stuff as it's coming because he's already there. So, I mean, like, he's collected Social Security about this point. So, you know.
Well, happy birthday, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday.
It must suck having a birthday close to Christmas, though. Have you always get the short end of the stick during the Christmas holidays when you were a kid?
No, actually, I didn't.
No?
Because I was the oldest, so I was spoiled, kind of.
Gotcha.
The other ones are just all them kids.
How many siblings do you
There's
have?
5 of us.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a big family.
Are you
Yeah.
all angry?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I might be the angriest.
Angriest,
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know, because times have changed. Because I was the one who didn't have kids or
Right.
a job. Yeah. They're all in healthcare of some form or another, and I'm not. So that's got to be nerve-wracking, right?
Would they get on you, though? Like when you're going to get a career? Or...
Well, if I complain, they're like, who are you to complain? You have, like, the easiest life in the world. I'm like, yeah, but I'm poor. And they're
Right.
like, yeah, but you still have the easiest life in the world.
Yeah.
So what do you need money for? I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Would they come to your shows? Any of your family members ever come support you?
No.
No?
I mean, they might have when we first started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not. They all have lives.
Sure.
Right.
Grown-up stuff.
Grow-
I never dealt with any of that. So,
Tylee, ask Matt about driving Tellerico, letting Sean drive for once. Okay. Ask Matt about Tellerico letting Sean drive once. Sean Kelly, is that? He's
the
talking
blind
about
guy.
The blind guy.
Oh,
yeah.
what?
So this is ulterior motive.
yeah, he must have. Actually, I don't know if I was there.
Okay.
He might have let him, and they're guiding him. Like,
Oh, my God.
turn left.
That's
you know?
hysterical.
I was not there for that. You'd have to ask the singer about that also.
Okay. The lead singer might know about this.
Yeah. I'd go home a lot. Or go to Tiffany's when that was a thing to do.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was such a hot spot.
All the
too.
breakfast places.
You know what I feel like? I feel like sometimes you'll drive down the road and like they'll have lights on late night and like maybe they're open like one day a month. I don't
Are
know.
they?
Like
I don't know.
it's like weird because I don't know. Like sometimes they'll drive by and it'll be black, but then drive
Yeah.
by and there'll be lights on. And
There used to be a
people will
lot of
there.
good breakfast places
Oh, yeah.
in the 90s.
Absolutely. So
I could
many.
always go. Depending on where I was, I'd go to eat there.
And Tiffany's was an experience too because you
Oh,
had
yeah.
the whole Route 5 tour going on.
Sure,
so
sure.
You have like Floating Noah playing at the Blue Mule and 9 Ball playing at the Garden Cafe, and you guys are playing at Nothing Fancy.
We were
and
at
so
Tombstone.
like everybody would just go flocking to Tiffany's
Yes.
afterwards, and it would just be like
I think they got sick of it, and that's why they don't
they
Yeah,
probably
sure.
did, man. Because
What
that
was
place
the-
used to get out of hand.
What was the place in? Was it East Utica or West Utica or
There's Tom and Jackie's.
Little Louis.
Little Louis?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
That was
of.
East Utica. That was
Yeah.
Bleecker Street.
Yeah.
Louis. What was his last name?
Joseph.
Louis
Yeah.
Joseph. Yep.
Yeah, he had a great gym bra.
Yeah, he
That
did.
was-
That was the first time I ever had a gym bra.
You guys are making
You know
it
who does a
up.
good job too? Is Tim Sweezy with the Broken Egg. When he had that, he did a good job with the gym bra. Now he owns the VP Village Pub over in New York Mills on
Oh,
Campbell.
yeah?
He owns that
Was
now.
he? So he's
Yeah.
not in.
Oh, he's still there.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
still
Utica.
Utica Lounge, but he owns the VP now
Oh,
too.
good for
so
him, man.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
I did
he's
not know that.
he's doing meatballs and stuff there, and I think that he did a gym brat the other day just for shits and giggles. But I would order that. I'd order that at 3 p.m. if he made it. You know what I mean? Like that's one of those things. You know.
Shout out to Tim Sweezy. I didn't know
yeah.
he opened up the VP. That's pretty
He
cool.
did.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of great places though back in the day. We had some great venues and great eateries. Well,
Yeah.
we have great eateries now, but
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no more breakfast now.
No,
You
there's
know,
nothing.
It's just all you have is Denny's. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, the band's made it a liability, though. I think we would go in there and raise hell till like 5 a.m. You know what I mean? Like,
you're not kidding.
Yeah, they probably got sick of it.
yeah, we
You're
might have
not
ruined it
kidding.
for everybody else.
I know I've
Ooh.
upchucked a few times at one of those places.
Before we go, I have to ask you
Yeah.
because we ask everybody this when they come in. Do you know of any younger generation kids that are coming up that have bands, or you know anybody?
No, and that's a sad thing.
It is, and we've talked about that because we're trying to figure it out. Like, I mean, the youngest kids that I think you and I know are Trampoline Jetstream.
Kate Devin.
Oh, Kate David too, yeah. But I'm saying like bands.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Bands.
bands. Like, you know what I mean? And they're like in their mid-20s now, aren't they? Trampoline Jetstream.
Yeah.
It's like in their mid-20s. I mean, you think about that. I mean, I remember Nick when he was like, we were at that Gridley Paige show.
Yeah.
We did Saranac, and he came up and sang when he had a long
Yep.
hair and stuff,
Yep.
And like he was just this little short kid, and now like you look at him, he looks like I don't know, Jesus Christ with like a funny outfit on. Like it's like crazy. Like he wears those funny
He's killing it.
hats. I love it, dude. He's freaking amazing.
Yeah, there's no kids really playing it. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
There isn't.
I don't know why they've drifted away from that, but
Well, I mean, you remember I talked about this last week too, and you remember brownies back in the day, where the kids like younger, a little bit younger than me. Okay, we're going through that EDM / like techno phase.
Yes.
And like we started to lose gigs because the bars started wanting DJs because they could pack the place more. And like I was talking to Z before, I was like, you think that maybe those kids that turn into parents now push that stuff on their kids, and that's the generation that's coming up now, and they don't want to learn how to play guitar, they don't want to learn how to play drums. You know what I mean? That's the generation that's coming up right now. We're gonna have like a lull in live music because it's like that maybe 2 or 3 year lull that we'll have in live music because all these kids didn't know any of the music we grew up with.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know any of the music they're growing up with.
Yeah, true.
Same.
True.
The lead singer and I, we went. He does college gigs or whatever, or books entertainment, and I went along one time. We went to Elmira College, and there was this a DJ duo. They have computers and whatever nonsense on stage and lights, a lot of lights.
Yeah.
And they got done with their show, and they're like, came up to me. So what'd you think? I said, I guess it was great. I said, I don't understand what you were doing, because I had to learn an instrument.
Right.
And they're like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, that's cool. I learned an instrument. They don't know any instruments, but they know how to sample and edit and do all this crazy stuff.
The other thing, too, is there's so much YouTube. And it's like, I think that you watch these kids that are like 13, 14 years old, and they're shredding.
Yeah.
They're tapping and they're shredding. And they're playing so fast. But yet none of them are in a band.
Right.
None of them have any experience performing except for in their bedroom on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars on ad revenue for the original music they're writing, shredding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I can teach you how to do that. Here you go. Then they get an ad, and you know what I mean? So, like, it's almost we're at the age now. What's the point of going out and schlubbing equipment up, and making $100 a piece a night when you could sit home on your bed?
Because that's all I know. That's all I know how to do.
Right.
Drag my equipment. It gets smaller and smaller each year.
Yeah,
well, that's what I noticed. I stopped asking him about gear like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because, I was like, it got to the point where he stopped bringing out those cool rigs.
Yeah.
And like, I think I was more excited than you were when we did Boilermaker and you guys played with us. And I'm like, I told the lead singer in your band, I said to him, I said, hey,
Take a half a sip.
Yeah.
I only said the first syllable. Anyway, I told him, I'm like, we got Matt, like I was at the gig and you guys had yet to show up. And I'm like, Matt's got a Marshall half stack. And I'm like, this is great. It's like a JCM 900. It's freaking awesome. And you like roll in, you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, but it's like this is great. I mean, like, awesome. Like, you didn't even have to move it. And you're like,
Yeah.
right.
I don't care anymore.
I'm like, fuck.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm still logging my amp. But here's my thing. It took me like 20 years. Like where you had that rig, you had that rig, you had the Marshall rig, you did all that. You know what I mean? You had the attenuator to bring it lower volume.
Yeah.
Where I was growing up trying to get to that and like trying to find my tone, and then I finally find it 25 years in.
Right.
And now I'm like lugging gear. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, okay, I'm okay with it. My amp weighs 60 pounds.
Yeah.
My head. So
It's heavy.
It's heavy, plus it's in a case, so that's 15 pounds more.
Yep.
So I'm like 75 pounds. I got it with two hands, with dragging it in, but it's a 100-watt tube amp, and I'm like, nothing sounds like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter what I do, nothing sounds like that,
Yeah.
And, for the smaller gigs, I got the Kemper and stuff, which is an amazing piece of machinery.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Keep thinking about getting that one or the one J-Ro has, that AX8 or...
Yeah, well, it's funny because him and I went like this.
Is that a Fractal or something?
Yeah, he started out with the Kemper.
Right.
I started out with the EX8, and then we both flip flopped, and we could have literally traded.
Yeah, just here
At the time, we
Yeah.
could have traded gear, and we would have both ended up the same as where we are now. Because I'm Kemper and he's the EX8. So
Traded it out.
yeah, we could have saved a lot of money.
Yeah, well, our new recording that we're doing, I busted out my old Marshall at home. And
Yeah.
I played it for like a few hours that day. I'm
Sure.
like, I forgot how great these things sound.
Oh my God, yeah. You still have the top hat, right?
Yeah, I still got that.
Yeah.
That's a Kurtz, and so is one of my Marshall
You let me borrow
specs.
that for a while when my amp went down and stuff. So really appreciate that. But
Yeah, that's an okay amp.
yeah, you think?
It's no Marshall.
No, but it's. I mean, but that's it's less wattage though. I mean, you got to understand. It's it doesn't matter how good your boutique amp is. I mean, there's just something about a Marshall 100-watt or any 100-watt amp. A Soldano, a Bogner. Any of those real good EL34 workhorse 100-watt amps. I mean, you can't beat them.
We're throwing out a lot of air.
Yeah,
they're moving a lot.
Right. Yep. Oh, I played with that rig for so long that I got used to feeling that air behind me. That when I went to the Kemper, it was very, very difficult to get used to at first. And I could hear it.
Yeah, but the
sounded
response
like it, but there was no response.
I couldn't feel it.
Couldn't feel it.
Yeah.
Gotta feel it.
Yeah.
Well,
Gotta feel it.
Well, I mean, you have no problem with that. You play with a bass amp, so I mean, you
you're
feel
always
that at
moving
all.
air.
You're always feeling moving air.
I bought my head from Jeffrey actually, and I still love that thing.
Is there anybody out
the
there in
electronic.
Facebook land that hasn't bought anything from Jeff Moyer?
Yeah, and I bought my Spectre from him too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
remember
great
the day he
bass.
come
Great
rolling into
basses.
the bar with it, all happy, and then he's like, "Here, look, I got it for you." They start doing his thing, and I'm like, "Just keep it. I don't want it." Like, listen how it sounds, and he starts doing his Jeffrey thing.
Sure.
And then, and then I'm like,
that's right.
"Why don't you keep it?"
Yeah.
You could just have it.
Shout out to Mike Tiley because he posted the link of
Oh, he
the
did
Bone
good.
Slaw video.
Good. Thanks, Mike.
Matt, before we get out of here, I asked this question to everybody
Uh-oh.
that is on the show every Monday. If we were to do a local music Hall of Fame, and if you were on the committee, who are the people that you are electing?
Oh, wow.
First ballot.
I like Justin here. He's
Wow.
good. I like Justin.
What's your first nomination?
That is my first nomination. Thanks.
I don't know.
Wow, I'm touched. I really am. Like,
I don't know a lot of people.
that's probably why he just nominated me. He doesn't know many people. That's what happens when you play with the same lead singer for all those years.
Yeah.
You only know one other guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. How far do we go out?
So wait a minute. You wouldn't nominate your lead singer as a first ballot Hall of Famer?
He doesn't need any accolades for anything. He's been fine all these years.
He'd be in like the 12th class.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
This is seriously a Saturday Night Live skit. I swear to God.
Oh, it's been great.
This has been amazing.
It's great. We could talk for another 5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
But if Justin didn't have to go pick up his son, we probably would have. But
Rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
I would nominate Rainbow.
Why not?
Yeah.
He should be. Can you imagine that first concert, the first Hall of Fame concert? Like the Rainbow could play during intermission.
I love it.
Because that's all he cares about is that he gets a chance to play.
Well, he used to do that thing at Leo Frogs. If you guys ever
Yes.
used to go there, I used to go there back in 2000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he would have the Rainbow Young Band.
Oh,
Yep. Oh, yeah.
No, it's orchestra.
Orchestra.
That's right.
Rainbow Young Orchestra.
Orchestra.
And I'd go there. Well, I'd go see, what was it? The Sunday nights, they'd always have open mic night. I
Yeah.
would go and watch people.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to play. And I remember Robin used to be like, "Are you ever going to play here?" I'm like, "No, I'm just coming to listen to originals," because I liked
Yeah.
originals.
You like
back
hearing new
then.
music, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear every other band was playing Bush or whatever back then. It's like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Originals
Yeah.
from these crazy people that used to inhabit the place.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was
Well, we had,
definitely an experience.
When I came from the Valley, just a side note, at the same time that Leo Betts and all that stuff was going on, we had the coffee bar in Herkimer in the Valley, and like it was like the coffee bar was the minor leagues, and if you got a gig at Leo Frogs, it was like, what am I saying wrong?
Virgo Bats
Virgo
and Leo
Bats,
Frogs.
Leo Frogs.
Yeah, you're saying right.
And like when like if you got to play there, it was like making it to like the big time. Like it really was. I mean, back in the day for us as kids, I mean, that was like, we played at the coffee bar in Herkimer because that's where we were from. But like then there was a couple people that would come down from Utica, and like play the open mic night there, and like that was like my first taste of real performing. Like as far as like doing originals and doing stuff that we weren't playing in the band. And, you know what I mean? Like I was doing some covers, but it was like at the time, think about this. I was in 3-Peat, which we were doing 50s and 60s music. I discovered this new guy called Dave Matthews, and I started playing him at the coffee houses. And that was like I was the Dave Matthews guy.
Yeah.
And not many people knew about him. And that's when I started in 93, 94 doing his music. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
Those places I
those
like.
places were
It's a
like
great
huge.
spot.
They just didn't have wine there, so if they had wine, I would have been there all the time.
But those places were huge for people coming up. Like, even people, especially people that had a hard time performing in front of people. And that was like all their friends would be there to support them, because that was the biggest thing I remember from those coffee house days was that
that's the place you cut
all
your
your
teeth.
friends came with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were there to support you. And like, it was such a tight knit group. And if you broke into that group, I mean, you know,
No, you're right, man.
I mean, it was just
Good place
incredible.
to get your start for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Our boy Mike Tellerico checking in.
Holy cow.
yeah.
He's nominating Lenny Milano.
Oh, I was thinking of him, too.
yeah.
Yeah. How could you not put Lenny in the first ballot right there, right?
Yeah.
Which we got to get Lenny on the show.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I mean, if you want to, okay, I'll bring a sleeping bag, all right, and a pillow, and we can camp out here, because the show is going to be about 18 hours
That's
long,
fine.
Right.
which I'm fine with.
Make sure somebody picks up Oliver before.
We got to make sure Oliver gets picked up, and I'm going to let my wife know I'm going to be super late.
Yeah. I'll probably be a couple days.
I call this spot right here.
We do got to get him on the show, though. I think it'd be great, man.
But we got to bounce. But
Yes, for sure. Matt, great. Best of luck with the album that you guys are coming out with
Thank
really
you.
soon. Let us know when you get that out. Maybe we can have you and the lead singer in, and
Yeah.
we could talk and do some other things.
He'll let everybody know when it comes out.
Yeah, for sure. He's good like that.
Yeah.
all right, go through your sponsors, because I'm at the end of I'm still trying to think of his name, but at the end, I mean, we should probably. I don't know.
First and foremost, EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his crew at 315-335-0516 or ejamoving.com. They pretty much will move whatever. They'll move whatever. And tell them Uncle Z sent you, and you might or might not get a discount. I don't know. You don't know. It depends on what kind of mood he's in and how bad I pissed him off that day. Anyways, also much love to my attorney, Dave Longaretta. Give him a call today for some legal advice, 315-735-6162. If he could keep my ass out of trouble, he could keep your ass out of trouble. Guarantee that. Also, much love to Utica Coffee, wakethehellup.com, and, of course, our good friends over at Saranac. And, of course, our unofficial sponsor of Local Music Monday is
Tim Moyer. Everybody drink.
Everybody drink. The Tim Moyer drinking game. We established a new game.
I love it. Oh, man.
You guys have a great holiday. Tomorrow on the show, Stacey Waterman coming in. to hang out
Oh,
with
why
me.
can't I be here?
Actually, she's zooming in, so we're doing a zoom in. So that's that. And then also on Wednesday, having a little Christmas party. If you want to come down Wednesday too, Justin, Tommy
time?
from Captain Trips, and he's going to be in here, and a whole bunch of other people are coming in. So I don't know what's happening.
All right.
But we're going to get drunk on Wednesday.
I like it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get drunk. Follow, like, subscribe, comment, all things Disruption Network on social media. Matt, you got anything you want to plug?
No, just, no.
No?
Buy the Bonesaw CD on iTunes.
Yeah, buy the
Spotify.
Bonesaw.
There you go. Help
I don't
him
know
out.
if I get any money or not.
And
but-
then check out Wine Down on weekends, right? It's usually
Fridays.
Friday nights
Yep.
with Gridley Paige and their lead singer, and great addition with Mike Oliver.
Yeah, Mike
by the way.
Oliver's in
yes.
the band now,
Great
which is great.
addition.
Is J. Rose still playing with you guys? Like, as far as if you have a
if we ever get a band again.
Are you doing is he going to play on the album?
Maybe. We'll see.
All right.
I might just do all of it.
I've already told the lead singer that I'm going to hijack a guitar solo on your record.
I'm going to say his name because I need a sip, Tim Moyer.
Tim Moore. But I told him already. I said I just want to play one guitar solo on the album.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'm helping out a little bit with some
should.
different things, and I want to play guitar. I've never been asked to play a guitar solo ever on anybody's record, so I'm just starting to force myself in.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
Go ahead.
hilarious. Are you playing anywhere this week, bro? You could
No.
plug? No? Yeah, it's Christmas, right?
Yeah.
No, it's Christmas, and then the first gig that I have coming up is New Year's Eve.
At the Turning Stone.
Yeah, and it's an invite-only thing, so
Oh, gotcha.
so don't show up.
And we're not going to be here next week. We're going to take the week off.
Yep.
And then we're going to come back in 2021, and hopefully it's a better year for everybody.
I'm hoping.
I hope so.
I hope so. Well, probably not.
Yeah, we'll still be. Well, I'm
Probably
hoping.
not.
I'm hoping that we're on the last corkscrew of the Corona coaster.
Yeah, I hope so
Before
too.
we come in,
I
so.
hope so too.
Much love to you guys.
Yes, thank you. Happy holidays
Happy
to all
holidays.
of you,
Yeah,
and,
you
too.
and much love to all of you, and have a happy New Year. And we'll see you again. I'll see you tomorrow, and Justin will be back after the New Year. So later.